Welcome to Tatmeen weekly workshop call. So myself Bharadwaj, I will be handling the workshop call for this week. If any participant is having any questions, kindly raise your hands and from there we will take up your questions, please. As of now, I don't see any hands raised by the participants. If there are any questions, please raise your hands. Fawaz, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Fawaz, you need to unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Got you. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning.
Hi, can you hear me well?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, great. Hi, so I'm calling from HealthNet. We're a medical warehouse out in Alcuz, and we recently got our GLN number, right, from the
Mm-hmm.
GS1 service. And so what I wanted to know is if you could please guide me on, I need some guidance on how to get what information I need to get from my manufacturer to ensure we do a good serialization for their products onto the Tatmeen portal.
What information you you need to get from this from your manufacturer? Okay, so
Yes,
are you a distributor here?
yes, we're acting as a distributor as well as
Hmm.
the licensed agents for
Okay.
as the licensing partner for
Hmm.
these products.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
serialization kind of falls under part of what we're trying to help them to do. So I need some
Okay.
guidance in how we do that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. See, usually manufacturers will perform commissioning, packing, and shipping operations on the main. Okay. Once these three activities are performed, and then as a distributor or as a receiver, you should be able to receive these items in Tatmeen system. Okay, so when they perform commissioning, which means that the item is actually reported on Tatmeen, and when they are performing shipping, means from location A to location B. So location A belongs to the manufacturer, location B belongs to you. So if they perform the shipping operation successfully on Tatmeen, and if they are sending goods to you to your location to the GLN which you are owning, then you are all good to receive these items at your location. Okay, so if you are totally new into Tatmeen, my suggestion is there is a Tatmeen.ae website. Over there are a lot of training manuals and technical guides available for the users. My suggestion is you invest some time and then understand these various processes of Tatmeen, and then take the required steps accordingly.
Okay. So in our case, the thing is with our manufacturer, the out of so when they assign us, say for example, because they already have GTINs, right? But I also there's a question here on the systems that they use because they are not in the Middle East. They use a kind of a different portal called TraceLink. And here, from what I've seen, because I've been on the Tatmin.ae site, I know we
Hmm.
use BrandSync over here. So
Hmm.
again, interoperability between these two systems, I'm having some concerns about that. Could you help me explain to me how these two work for manufacturers that are not in the region?
Okay, since you said trace link, so using the trace link, the manufacturer will have to integrate their system with Tatmin, that is through B2B process. Okay, so that is B2B process is a technical approach. So any B2B, any active B2B user from the manufacturing side, from the manufacturer side, can initiate or can report into Tatmeen through the APIs, through the Tatmeen APIs which are available. So Tatmeen APIs are the Postman collections are also available on Tatmeen.ae website. Okay, if I'm not wrong, let me share my screen for you. Let me know if you're able to see my screen.
Yes.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, okay. So Tatmeen.ae website, onboarding journey, and here technical guides. So Postman collections. There are Postman collections, and there is a code here. If the any user clicks on it, this code will get downloaded into their laptop or desktop, and they can import this code into their Postman collections. So this is something a kind of a technical approach. The B2B user will be able to understand this. There are various APIs, Tatmeen APIs, to perform the required actions on Tatmeen. Okay, so this is more about the manufacturer side who is a B2B user. He will have to refer these technical guides. So technical guides for the mainly they need to focus on technical guide for manufacturers. So this will help them how to report into Tatmin. If I'm opening this documentation for you, you see here, right? Mm, See, commissioning of SGTIN, commissioning of SSCC, and then decommissioning, and then the various shipping event attributes, everything is being explained here. So they will have to refer this documentation and then understand it. If there are any, still there are any questions, then that means support team is happy to help. Okay.
So there's no direct way because they already have the GTIN and they have a
Mm,
journaling location. So
mm.
they still need to first integrate with the Tatooine system from their end because the role
Yes.
we play is also to be able to help them in can we, because we're also acting as the MAH, can we
Mm.
also assist them in this system where it has to be from their end?
See, in order to report it to Tatmeen, either MAH or license agent can perform the reporting process. Okay, so if you are a licensed agent, then you can perform the commissioning process of Tatmeen using the B2B. Okay, so in order to integrate this your system into Tatmeen, you will have to go through this documentation. So that is the place where you can understand how you can integrate it. See, there is another one technical guide for onboarding. So this will help you how to integrate into Tatmeen. So whereas so this documentation explains about this one, page number say 29, from page number 29. So this one says about the staging, pre-production, API, portal details, how to register into the developer portal, how to subscribe, how to consume. Everything is being documented over here. So from page number 29 belongs to the staging, and then from page number 35 belongs to the production. So whichever environment you are working upon, you can refer this particular documentation, and then you can take the required steps here. So when you are consuming, when you are subscribing and consuming the API, the developer portal will generate the API key. So using the API key, the B2B user is can integrate your system with the admin system. So how to generate the API key? This documentation is very well explained. Okay.
Okay, so essentially we can take on that task on
Yes.
instead
Yes.
of
If you are a licensed agent, then yes, you can.
okay, okay,
Okay.
all right. I'll have more questions, but I'll hold on for a bit. Thank you very much.
No problem. If you have any more questions, feel free to write an email to onboarding@tatmeen.ae. We will help you out in answering them.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, if any user is having any more questions, please feel free to raise your hands. I will allow you the mic, and from there we can take up your questions, please. I don't see any hands raised up by the participants as of now. If there are any questions, please raise your hands, please. I will allow you the mic, and from there we can take up your questions. Fawaz, can you unmute yourself and ask your question again?
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, my question is around the tutorials, right? So if I'm not mistaken, I know there's a almost like a training platform where you can basically imitate an actual receiving or sending, right? For if I'm not mistaken, there's a site where even if it's basically to help you understand how the system works. I wanted to ask, does this site also exist for consignments? So if I was to do a consignment, is there also a site where I can trial it?
I didn't understand your question. Can you ask your question again, please?
Yes. So on Tatmeen, if I'm not mistaken, I think there is a site, right, where I can basically trial receiving a shipment or sending a shipment to a pharmacy.
Right.
First of all, that's correct, right? Okay. So, and that's from a distributor point of view. I can demo it.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask from the manufacturer side of things, is there a commissioning trial
Mhm.
that I could also do? Is there a way I could do a demo commissioning on the end of a manufacturer?
Okay. Um, Demo means you want to simply validate it, or what does it mean? What
Yes, I want to.
what I go?
Yeah, so same way I can demo receiving or sending from the distributor end. I also want to demo commissioning from the manufacturers end just to try it, see how the system works.
Okay. See, there are two regions or two environments on Tatmeen. Tatmeen staging and Tatmeen live. Okay. So Tatmeen staging is for the users who want to perform some basic validation, how the system works, what kind of errors they can experience, if at all, if there are any mistakes performed by them, or various other things. It's so Tatmeen staging in simple is all about users can explore various Tatmeen process and then check how it performs. Okay, and then the next thing is Tatmeen live or the Tatmeen production, where the actual reporting process the users will be performing, and then the Ministry of Health and Prevention will be checking the actual reporting process performed with the users on Tatmeen live, Tatmeen production only. Okay, so if you want to explore or if you want to learn more about Tatmeen or perform some basic validations on Tatmeen process, my suggestion is you can perform that activity on Tatmeen staging. Once you are good enough, you have performed the required validations on Tatmeen staging, then you can take required step on Tatmeen live directly. Okay.
Okay. And that means staging the profiles that I could try to include as a distributor, as a manufacturer, as a pharmacy, I can
Yes.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, you should have the required GLN for it. You cannot
Right.
by using one GLN you cannot perform all the activity.
Okay. So if I
And
wanted
if
to
you
perform
and if you want, we can provide you the sample data from Tatmeen staging by
yes,
performing
please.
commissioning, packing, and shipping. If you provide the receiver GLN from your side, we can share this piece of information, and that information can contain 14 serial numbers, one SSCC, and then one lot number, and from there you can perform the validation, say like receiving, unpacking, and then the dispensation part you can do.
Okay, that will be perfect. Yes, please. I would like to receive that.
Okay, then in that case, drop an email to onboarding@tatmeen.ae saying you need some test data from Tatmeen staging and also your receiver GLN, and from there we can help you out.
Okay. I would ask for some case data from Tatmin staging. That's all. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, Tatmeen staging test data and then the GLN where you want to receive these data.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Thank you very much. All right.
thanks. Thanks. Bye. Okay, there are no more hands raised by the participants. I will keep this call open until 11:30 a.m., which is the next 5 more minutes. Please raise your hands if you have any questions. If there are no questions from the participants, we can wind up this call by 11:30. Wow Medical Center, can you unmute yourself and ask your question? Wow Medical Center, you need to unmute and ask your question, please. Okay, Wow Medical Center, if you are unable to unmute yourself, then please write your question or clarification in email to onboarding@tatmeen.ae. We will receive that question or clarification and then we will respond to you accordingly. Because you are unable to unmute yourself and hence you are unable to ask your question, I feel now. Since there are no more hands raised by the participants, I'm wrapping up this call for this week. We will share the meeting recording in next 24 hours from now. See you again next week at 11 a.m. Dubai time. Thank you so much.